Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. Next month will mark the 6th month anniversary of the passing of our late Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, and 2 months into 2023, King Charles III's portrait has been minted on all of our coins. But did you know there are some 2023 dated coins that bear the Queen's portrait on the obverse? It was hard to predict how the Royal Mint would handle the death of our monarch, with precedents being 70 years old, and in those 70 years advancements in technology, which meant turning around and producing new coins is much quicker now. Previously, when a monarch died, the Royal Mint would continue minting our currency with their portrait until the end of the year, and from the new year the new monarch would appear on our currency, which has been mostly followed, but there are some coins that deviated from this rule. The Year of the Rabbit coin range was released in the morning of the day that Queen Elizabeth II passed away, and this lovely coin featured her portrait on the obverse or head side of the coin. However, to the top of the design you can see the year on it is 2023. Now, the Royal Mint wasn't to know at the time of the release of this coin that the Queen would pass away before 2023 began, and it's been standard practice for a number of years now that some of the last coins released in the year are minted for the following year. These were only available to be purchased from the mint until the 31st of December 2022 before being removed from their website. The design was created by Louis Marion and was minted in a range of standards and weights, including cupro nickel, brilliant uncirculated £5 coins, silver proofs and gold proofs. The Lunar Year series has been minted since the 2014 Year of the Horse coin was first produced, although the range has transformed over the years, adding and removing certain denominations in metals. We are really looking forward to the next one though, which is to celebrate 2024, and that's going to be the Year of the Dragon, which has amazing potential. A week before the death of the Queen, the Royal Mint released the third instalment in the Royal Tudor Beast range, taking up the mantle from the then completed Queen's Beasts collection, with many of the same fantastic creatures on the coins, but with differing designs. This one again is dated 2023. On the obverse of the coin, again we have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, making it another 2023 coin to bear her portrait. The Yale of Beaufort had an extensive range available, from cupro nickel £5 coins, silver, gold and platinum coins, a whole range from entry-level collector's pieces to really high-end valuable coins. The set will continue for a number of years, with we assume the portrait of King Charles III to be on the obverse from here on out. There was also a Britannia struck and sold, which was dated 2023, but with the portrait of the Queen on the obverse. These were released after her death with a limited run available. The coin features the standing Britannia design, which has been a regular release on this coin. Britannias are very popular coins for investors, with a range of metals available and with proof and bullion versions as well. What is really interesting is that the standing Britannia design has also had a 2023 release, but with the portrait of King Charles III, which makes it really interesting numismatically to have the same coin with the same year, but with two different monarchs available to be collected. That's not going to happen all that often. The Myths and Legends Collection 2 features two different designs which were struck, dated 2023, to also feature the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The King Arthur design was minted in silver and gold, as well as the Robin Hood in silver and platinum as well. We'll be returning to this collection of coins in the near future, as there's a lot to unpack in this exciting range. The passing of the Queen did have a bit of an impact on the planned releases for 2022 as well, with a pause in the release schedule and release of a memorial coin set before those already planned got released. But there were another 9 coins to come out in 2022 to feature the Queen's portrait after her death. The BBC 50p was the first 2022 release after the Queen had passed away. The coin celebrated 100 years of the BBC and features a design by Henry Gray, someone who has already created designs for the Who's coin in the Music Legends collection and the British Red Cross coin for 2020, and will go on to design both of the Innovation in Science £2 coins we've had as well. This coin would have had an earlier release, but this got pushed back along with a number of other coins, which led to October being a rather expensive month with so many releases crammed into it. The Edward VII coin from the British Monarchs Collection 2 was released shortly after the BBC 50p. This is a part of a collection of coins which takes the portraits of our historic monarchs and mints them on the reverse of new coins. A number of monarchs from different royal houses have already been created, and this was the latest instalment for 2022. The set has continued with the portrait of King Henry VIII being the most recent launch and the first in the set to have King Charles III on the obverse. This long-running series is set to conclude in 2026 with Queen Elizabeth II being the last reverse of the collection in what would have been the year of her 100th birthday. Less than a week later, the first of the highly anticipated Harry Potter designs got its release. The first coin celebrating the title character Harry Potter himself was released on 50p's with and without colour in copper nickel, silver and gold proof, alongside a range of weights in silver and gold. It was the first of 4 coins planned in the collection to celebrate 25 years of magic, and with a recent release of a smash hit video game, the eyes of the wizarding world are certainly spoiled for exciting Harry Potter merchandise. The City Views collection returned for a second coin. Mercifully, this was the penultimate release of October. This is another multi-year collection taking in historic views of cities. Having previously featured a depiction of London, this time the Royal Mint took us to Rome. This set is rather exciting, as historically the Mint has only minted British themes onto our coins. So could this be the door cracking open to more broader international images on our coins? Only time will tell on that. The 5th coin released after the Queen's death was the Tutankhamun £5 coin. It features an image of the golden death mask of the pharaoh, designed by Laura Clancy, a name that will be familiar to collectors for her work on the Portraits of Britain collection and the high-end James Bond coins from 2020. The coin was to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun, and thankfully, despite having a number of them in stock, we don't seem to have brought about a curse on the Britannia Coin Company. November brought the last Snowman 50p, this time featuring the snowman and the snow dog. It's a really popular annual release around Christmas with an ever-growing range of coins celebrating this iconic children's character. As with the previous release, you had a choice of copper nickel in colour and without, but also silver proof with stunning colour and a gold proof as well. We would have a bit of respite until the end of November for the next launch, and that was the last £2 coin for the year. It was minted to celebrate 25 years of the bimetallic coin in circulation, having first entered our pockets in 1997. Being the last £2 coin of the year, this means that this coin is the last £2 which was minted with the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, with all future releases to have King Charles III on the obverse instead. It was a bit of a reduced release from what we were expecting, having read the Royal Proclamation earlier in the year and expecting a whole range of older designs to be restruck for 2022, much like they did with the 50p back in 2019. But whether that was down to anticipated demand not being quite what they hoped for, or just the amount of work that was put into the production of the Queen's memorial coin set meant that something had to be chopped, and this was what we lost out on. Who knows? We then had our penultimate coin release to feature Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, which was released on the 1st of December, and this is the latest instalment in the Music Legends series, one which started in 2020 celebrating 3 artists, Queen, Elton John and David Bowie. It continued in 2021 with The Who, with a much reduced range and variants of packaging, and this collection now includes this latest coin to honour the Rolling Stones. Perhaps in 2023 we will get to celebrate the work of more music legends, maybe Shirley Bassey, Pink Floyd, Amy Winehouse, Led Zeppelin, Annie Lennox, The Beatles. I'm sure many of you in the comments will have your own suggestions as well though. This brings us to the last commemorative coin struck with the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and it is the 2nd Harry Potter coin. This time celebrating the Hogwarts Express, the train which ferries students to and from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. with 2 more to come in the range, one of which has just been released this week with Dumbledore on the reverse, and Hogwarts School also to be included later this year. And this half of the collection features King Charles III on the obverse, which makes it a really interesting set of coins charting the passing of the crown from our late Queen to our new King. Naturally, the crown passes immediately on the death of a monarch, but it's a bit slower with our coins. Well, there we go, a fascinating range of coins, with some struck for 2023 with the Queen's portrait in a year when she is no longer our reigning monarch. Not to forget the coins which were struck with her image on after her passing for 2022. I'd love to know in the comments which of these coins are your favourite, which ones you have in your collection, and if you're missing any, there are links down in the description of this video to our website if you'd like to add any that you missed out originally on. Be sure as well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to do and it means you won't miss out on any of our future videos. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, where you'll see us post lots of pictures of our coins. We're on Twitter and TikTok. We have our shop and online store, and I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.